My name is Judith Opoku-Boateng. I am a senior archivist at the Institute of African Studies. And the Institute actually named the archive after Nketia because he was the one that's actually founded the archive. And the core of the archive collection was assembled by Nketia. Permit me to quote him. He says, African traditional arts, they should not merely be recorded, preserved, but practiced as living arts. And that the study of African traditions should inspire creative experiments in the African idiom. So out of this vision, the archive engages with not just the academic community, but also the creative industry. So the archive is more of a primary data, and it's actually is open to the entire public, for application. The archive has captured, or we actually have collected quite a lots of oral histories. Something called Mogo, right? So somebody is telling a story like I'm talking now, and sometimes I get to a point where it's quite boring, and then one of the people around or just bring in a song and say, oh, but the song has to match the story. And Nketia made sure that he goes through all the regions to collect these kinds of materials. It kept changing because development, is permitting people to move to other parts of the country. Once there is no grandmother telling stories or older people telling stories, the stories are now told in songs. They're told in the highlife music. And the archive has carefully collected all these kinds of pieces on different kinds of formats through the highlife music, through the palm wine music, and then they are still here. And there's so much oratory in these kinds of songs. And we have, for instance, Abriche Bakufi Sami, that says a hungry man is an angry man. Very, very interesting piece. Just show you one or two of these. This is Nana, for instance, Nana Pedu, the legends. Okay, so there are lots of storytelling that you can find when you look at the track records. There is also something called the new traditional music. They've also adapted some of the high life into their style of play. There are the hip life music, and I think from hip life music it is still going on now. It's called dancehall, whatever. So the archive stands for that, and it invites all kinds of musicians to come and learn from what has already been collected and see how they can build on their creativity. We almost cover the whole of Ghana. Almost all the musical forms in Ghana are almost captured, into the archive. And lots of the musical recordings, that were collected in 1950s, through the 60s, through the 70s, and even to date, are still being preserved in the archive. We still collect, actually.
Papa,